Hi, I'm Greg Hyland, and welcome to my weekly video blog, Critical Tips. In today's ever-increasingly competitive marketplace, high-tech manufacturers are under pressure. They're under pressure to deliver an ever-increasing quality product at an ever-increasing lower cost. And so throughout the organization, cost reduction is becoming the mantra. How this trickles down to cleanroom consumables is people are now asking the tough question, hey, I've always used a branded product. Is there really a difference between a branded product and a generic product? So today I'll attempt to explain the pros and cons of using branded products versus generic products in your cleanroom environment. Let me address this dilemma by kind of breaking and bifurcating the conversation into two components. The first component be, let's talk about cleanroom consumables that are non-product contact. By non-product contact, we are talking about such specific products as bouffant caps, face mask, shoe covers, disposable garments, adhesive mats, cleanroom paper, cleanroom mops. These products don't make product contact, whereas direct product contact items would be gloves and wipes. In my experience in this industry since 1982, many manufacturers have successfully migrated from branded non-product contact supplies to generic products. Sometimes they deal with disruptions in consistency and disruptions in quality, but because a bouffant cap isn't making direct product contact, if the manufacturer can deal with the inconsistencies in dealing with a generic product, we have not observed challenges with manufacturers going to a generic product for non-product contact. Let's talk a little bit about direct process product contact products. When we think of direct product contact consumables, we think of wipers. And when we think of wipers, we think of the history of wipers. Briefly, this industry was created by a company called TexWipe. This happened in the 1960s. In the 70s, along came a company called Berkshire. Later in the 80s, a company by the name of Contact. And then after that time in the 80s came a company by the name of Sierra Scientific Valuetech. So you have a long history of manufacturers that for 40, 30, 20 odd years have been manufacturing cleanroom products. With that comes the history, the experience, and the proven performance of national brands that intimately know the requirements of the high-tech environment. That's to be contrasted with the generic product that often comes in generic packaging. You literally don't know if this company started making this product 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 10 days ago. Another thing to consider when talking about a branded product versus a generic product is technical support. The benefit of the branded manufacturers is they have internal sourcing teams, quality teams, technical teams, laboratories, and in many instances outstanding field technical sales representatives. These people can come to your facility as a factory expert and make sure that you're using the most appropriate product for the application. Again, when you look at a generic wipe, because you don't know who the manufacturer is in many cases, there aren't those resources. Another consideration that often high-tech manufacturers fail to fully grasp when they migrate or potentially migrate from a branded product to a generic product is generic products typically limit you to that captive distributor. The benefit of having a national branded product is that these products are available on a direct basis from the manufacturer. They're available from national distributors, regional distributors, product integrators. So when you're in a branded product, you have a whole plethora of supply chain options. When you go to a private label product, your really sourcing options are limited to that captive distributor that handles this specific captive product. And then finally, the final thought I'd like to leave with you is what's the brand promise? Brands like TexWipe, Berkshire, Valuetech, Contact, they have a long legacy. They have a long history. I'm a big believer in a company's future success is largely indicative by what they've done in the past. With a national brand, you can look at the trusted pair of hands that they offer based upon their successes in the past. Challenge your suppliers, both your generic suppliers and your branded suppliers, to provide to them after you've executed a confidentiality agreement who are their trusted pair of hands, which customers have relied on their products for years on end. I think what you'll uncover is that I'm not aware of any top-tier manufacturers using a generic glove or a wipe in a critical product contact area, in the insistence of high technology manufacturers to use a branded product where there is the possibility of product or process contact. So as it relates to cost reduction and how to drive out cost reduction with cleanroom consumables, I've bifurcated the question. In the area of non-product contact, disposable apparel, disposable tacky mats, go ahead and take the plunge. If you can deal with the inconsistency of a generic private label, enjoy those cost reductions. But when you're talking about products that make specific product contact, the gloves and the wipes, stay with the trusted pair of hands that you can count on from the branded manufacturers that have countless years of experience. Thank you.